Okay, the next thing that you guys want to go ahead and actually do is, moving on from that, you want to go and follow and repost, and this is actually the first person I mentioned, following growth and GTM managers on LinkedIn, same thing. So we're going to go back to our resource here. I'm going to go back, and as I'm building this thing out for y'all, I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to copy this for y'all right here. Hang on. Alrighty, so let's go back over here to the Airtable resource, and you'll go ahead and see we've also scraped up a bunch of people on the growth side, a bunch of people here, go-to marketing, a bunch of people here on the go-to marketing side. But let's just go ahead and take a look at one of my favorite companies. You got Elena Werner right here. She is responsible for the growth initiatives over there at Lovable. And as you can basically see, she's been over there for the past year and 3 months. And she releases, I think she has probably the most insightful Substack on the marketplace right here, where I'm going to go out there and pull out. Okay. And she's got 94,000 subscribers, but always be learning, currently doing growth. Dropbox, previously SurveyMonkey, blah, 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 blah. And then she talks about growth team, outdated monetization, everybody gets assessed. I think one of probably the most insightful, one of the most insightful posts that she's ever written is, we stopped forcing the subscription model on our users, and here's what happened. The people on the growth and the go-to marketing side, they're solely responsible for monetization. And one of the roles that people are seeing, other than the fact that we're helping people land these forward deployed engineering jobs, is these monetization product manager roles. This is what companies care about, is money. Okay? And inside, she actually talks about how the subscription economy, if you want to have a better if you want to go ahead and have a better interview, get ready to start having conversations about monetization, because that's what companies are obsessed with right now. Businesses exist to go out there and make money. Whatever impact they think that they're going to go ahead and create, it just comes down to they're not going to be even able to make that impact if they're not liquid. I mean, you're not going to work there for free, right? That's a problem. So this is just actually one of, I'm going to go ahead and actually add this over here, but this is actually one of the things that you can do is access the Airtable, and then I would say step 2, connect with the growth team members, okay, on the Airtable. But let's just say if it wasn't, and I'm just giving out this person here as an example, right? And you can basically learn more about growth. As you can see, she's posting quite regularly, February 10th, February 13th, February 20th, 27th. I'm kind of seeing the cadence, it's just need a bit more revenue, how revenue addiction kills companies. It's true. You got to balance, but there's so much good information right here. All of the people on the growth side, they're very public people. Another one here is Austin Lau. I think this guy here is absolutely killer. We also got the X handles for some of these people, the Instagram handles. Follow them everywhere, because they're talking about how to go ahead and monetize. And that's a conversation that a lot of people aren't even having. And generally speaking, when you're going in for a forward deployed engineering or a product manager role, if you're on the product side, part of your interview will be with growth team members. And what we've noticed here is this. This is the VP of growth at Perplexity. He was the head of growth over here at Perplexity, and then he's taken over as the VP of product and growth over here at Perplexity. And this is what he posts all the time, which is hey, and I reference this a bunch because I want to go out there and highlight a point. I want to personally work with 5 companies in May. I will sit down with every team, every department. I will spec out opportunities to save time, generate revenue. I will go out there and build out workflows. I'll work with the team to integrate them, and I'll hang around. This description of what he's about to do is through and through forward deployed engineering, even though the guy comes from a growth background. He's now taking over the product and growth teams, and then he is also now doing FDE work himself, personally getting his hands dirty. So the trend that I want to go out there and highlight for people, and this is actually a great video for people to, this is actually why it's like, I do keep saying tech careers. It's one job now. Growth, product, and FDE is one role. They largely require one skill. If you're watching like a spy movie, you used to have like the person that's just responsible for like, you think about like John Wick, right? The guy's just running around town shooting at people. But really, like if you take a look at a Jason Bourne movie, why is that different? Well, you got the guy that's very, very, very apt physically. He knows how to use every weapon, drive every single car, operate every single vehicle, right? But at the same time, he can also hack into a computer. They've got both those skills, like the technical skills and then the physical side of doing that type of work. If you know how to build, you have to know how to sell and how to market. If you know how to build, that's the engineering side. You have to know how to sell, which is now forward deployment, and you have to know how to market, which is growth. Or straight up, they're moving away from the term growth, and they're just calling it monetization. Because companies are like, they're tired of like, well, my YouTube got like 100,000 views. Well, okay, what did that actually translate in terms of revenue? So now they're just calling the role monetization product management. If you know how to sell, you have to know the growth side right now. And if you know how to sell and how to market, you got to learn how to build. Everything is happening that quickly, and this is actually why all these champs that are coming out from Palantir, which is the gold standard, they basically said, like, this is the co-founder of 11 Labs, and he was former Palantir. They can go out there and do all three, and they're just closing that feedback loop faster and faster and faster and faster and faster. If you don't have all three skills, the only other skill that's going to set you apart, which is the easiest skill to get, is to be faster than everybody else. Just showing that you're willing to move faster is going to immediately set you apart. And anybody that's like curious about that, let me tell you, there's a movie about finance. It's called Margin Call. I'll sum it up for you. There's this one scene, like he says this, he's like, there are only three ways to go ahead and win. You could be first, you could be smarter, or you can cheat. And the hilarious thing is he says, like, well, first things first is I don't cheat. And he's like, it's a lot easier to be first than to be smarter. And this is actually why, like, this is a very big trend in the world of tech, which is like, the serious benefits of retard maxing. I feel like I'm trying to get to an 8th-degree black belt level in retard maxing. And this clip basically sums it all up for y'all from the All In podcast, which we love here at Tech Careers.
Nation is the path to unhappiness. Nobody gives a shit about your feelings.
100%.
Writing your feelings down
100%.
is only going to make you miserable. Talking to your spouse about your feelings. Just go to a beautiful dinner, sit courtside at the Knicks, and do what I've been doing for 30 years.
Retard maxing.
Retard maxing. And the register goes up. All you have to do is work. Start new projects. 9 out of 10 fail. Place 9 out of 10 bets. 1 wins, and you're golden. Go sit courtside at the Knicks game.
Keep going. Life's too short.
And just keep moving forward. Don't write anything down. Period, full stop.
That's good advice.
I'll tell you right now. Rumination is...
Facts, baby. Retard maxing. Shy of not everybody can go out there and sit courtside at the Knicks. But... yeah, and that's honestly, like, in this series, if you guys been noticing anything, is just that, this is what companies are doing in terms of, like, why they're just moved. Like, I want you guys to get the best roles, right? Is they're taking a look around. Every single quarter, their investors are going to ask them, like, if not every single hour, how are we going to go ahead and actually make money? Like, how are you going to go out there and actually 10x, 20x, 100x my money? They're just taking a look around and they're like, who's making money? Like, what's the easiest space we can go in there and try to just grab some freaking real estate? Literally like a bunch of Mongol warlords. They're just like eating meat by like a campfire, and they're like, which territory are we just going to go out there and conquer next? Oh, I think we can get into the prediction market. That thing seems hot. It literally happens that effing fast. Or like, well, I mean, we got the voice component down, and how hard would it be to get into video? It happens literally that fast. And if it doesn't work, it doesn't work. Remember when Mark Zuckerberg dropped $80 billion on the metaverse? And they shut it down. And remember when everybody said Sora 2 is going to take over all of video creation and OpenAI is shutting it down? They're doing it on their side too. What I'm trying to go out there, the point that I'm trying to illustrate with people is move fast, move quickly. Speed loves money, money loves speed. The faster you move, the faster things happen. Move so fast, your enemies have no time to react, little less adapt. Because even at the level where they have access to so much data, resources, people, money, they can buy time. These people can buy time at a scale you and I can never even imagine in our lifetime. They also get it wrong, but the one bet that they make right wipes everything out. So while everybody is trying to make the best bet with the limited resources, time, and energy that they have, and they're hoping that one bet is going to go out there and pay off, what you really should be doing is these guys didn't start off at the top in the beginning. They just moved faster. That's the one thing that I've taken away in learning more and more and more about FDEs. And all these guys is like, they're just saying the same thing too. We're just going to move faster, because the faster you just get the ball spinning, the faster shit is just going to go out there and happen, while everybody else is just being so strategic, over-analysis paralysis, perfectionists, procrastinators. They're just moving, and the people that are moving are the ones that are printing the most cash. That's what you want to go ahead and actually show on the interview, is not your qualifications, is how fast is this person moving? Oh my gosh, they just dropped 1 video, 2 videos, 3 videos, 4 videos. And then now they're making a freaking video about prediction markets. Okay, they're moving faster, 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 faster. That's the person that we want to go ahead and hire, because that's the person that we feel like, our clients are going to go out there, like our people that we're going to be working with are going to absolutely love. All right, now on to the next. Next off, we're going to go ahead and actually talk about, okay, these are the product managers that you want to go ahead and actually follow. And it's all largely from the same notion.